This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic LMAO Field.
Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers.
To kick off for the Vikings.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check that. Cougar 19.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Come on.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And look at this defense for the Vikings.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Hey, let's go now.
Willis. That is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returning it is Moore. Oh, able to avoid him.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play action. Now McCarthy. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now it's Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Stride. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready.
Yeah, I see Madden cheating, man. I'm throwing like everybody open touchdown play.
Let's see what
I
the
can't
defense
be mad
does
like
here, too,
that.
after a good stop.
Then they gave me +2 throw power. Brown, you know how to throw with +2 throw power, bro.
Quick throw completed by Willis.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. The Packers at 6-4 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Top 50. Buffalo 18.
Willis will look to throw it. That's taken in by Golden.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Two yards still to go. Third down now. Again, Willis to throw. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it.
Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Willis.
This one complete to Nicole Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Connect. Panther 11. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 19 right. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
Come on, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Shotgun snap to Willis.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Warrior 70.
Here's Willis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards.
Bro, y'all seen this man's open the whole route. I don't know where man throwing this shit, bro. I don't know where man throwing this shit. Bro was open the whole route. Exactly. Where he go?
Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Slant route, and he's got Addison.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4. It started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Second and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now McCarthy. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
The score, Vikings 10, Packers nothing. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Back to throw, Willis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming.
I'm gonna have to pause the screen because my opponent is watching the stream, I believe. I'm gonna have to pause the stream.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy on the screen. This is Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy.
They'll roll him out right. He wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Jones is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Right in the future.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and through. And that makes our score 17-0.
Packers nothing. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy on the screen. This is Mason. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen, and it's set up a 3rd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
3rd and 2. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw again. Pass complete to Addison. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it, because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again, McCarthy. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To the air with McCarthy. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. On play action, McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here.
Extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Packers nothing. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
First and 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Come on.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now Willis. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19.
Willis will look to throw it. And this one's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers. Go.
Willis looking to throw it. A throw left side is hauled in by Golden. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
First down.
Buffalo 18.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Willis. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Wilson on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. McCarthy operating from the gun. He gets it to Addison. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. McCarthy going to throw again. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Touchdown! Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Vikings extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play.
I know somebody watching my stream.
Our cameras line up looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything.
A bit of Belichick going on. People watching streams and stuff.
And it worked well.
Good game, good game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Being chased out left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball.
Tell him, man, they've been doing crazy shit the whole game. Wide open passes.
Unable to successfully find the end
I got
zone
90,
over the top.
2 boost power on my throw power. That shit went crazy on me. I don't know what's going on.
Ready up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on. Set. Let go.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And his throw here's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing is McCarthy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 21.
To throw is Hill. That's taken in by Golden. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Hill wants to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. Able to find Gray here. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Mason going to get it on first down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Let's go now. Luka 19. 79.
And they'll go again with Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's McCarthy. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready up.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Hill. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Vikings, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This one I know man is gonna cheat me right here. When I got 95 throw power and I'm overthrow 95 speed. Look at this shit. How the fuck he don't reach for this? How I don't reach for this? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is when I knew it was over with for the day. This is when I knew it was. Hey. Then my dude here, man, get him though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit, crazy. I get the ball for a touchdown. My dude run out of bounds. My dude run out of bounds like he crazy. That was really going on with Burr. Man, it was a crazy day. I pressed the button to throw the tight end. Look, he wide open. 85 is why I pressed the button to throw to him. He's still moving. Look at this shit. Bam, get hit. And it was crazy shit today. Look at this shit. I made the route. Bruh, he was open from here. Here he open. I'm telling him he open. He open. He gonna be open right here. This is where he gonna be at. Right here. I pressed the button, Brian get the ball. Then he throw way down here.